Another major concept is Wollfs law. I'm sure most of you remember that. So it's just essentially the opposite of Davis's law for soft tissue. Wollfs law applies to the bone. Mechnaical transduction. So that was the same word we used with the soft tissue. It's the remodeling of bone in response to loading is achieved via mechanical transduction, a process through which forces or other mechanical signals are converted to biochemical signals in cellular signaling. Mechanical transduction leading to bone remodeling involves the steps of mechanical coupling, biochemical coupling, signal transmission, and cell response. The specific effects of bone structure depend on the duration, magnitude, and rate of loading. It has also been found that only cyclic loading can induce bone formation. When loaded fluid flows away from areas of high compression loading in bone matrix, osteocytes are the most abundant cells in bone and are the most sensitive to such fluid flow caused by mechanical loading. Upon sensing a load, osteocytes regulate bone remodeling by signal to other cells with signaling molecules or direct contact. Additionally, osteoprogenitor cells may differentiate into osteoblast or osteoclast, or also mechanoreceptors will differentiate depending on the loading condition. Okay, we know that. So this becomes really important relative to when we're talking about biomechanics of the spine again, and how it alters, in other words, pathologic, definitely in the disease process, definitely being able to explain how altered pathological spinal movement will significantly increase disc degeneration, sclerosis, and bone spurring, and it's called Wollfs' law. So we need to know not only how we're using Wollfs' law or Davis's law, soft tissue or bone, with chiropractic, physical medicine, and therapeutics to help, but also to explain why it's a permanent problem, why altered spinal biomechanics leads to the #1 disability in the United States, causing bony changes, disc changes, affects the nerves, the collagen, all that. All this stuff's real. So we should be able to explain this again in real simple terms to the personal injury attorney, or if you're in a trial or deposition. And again, this should just be as part of your narrative report. All of these are major concepts of what you're doing with physical medicine, what you're either trying to prevent from happening, what you're trying to do with therapeutic protocol, or if the patient reaches MMI with abnormal findings, why it's permanent, why it causes pain, restrictions, degenerative changes, limited active, passive, or joint motion, directly as it associates to the most important thing in a person's life, which is activities of daily living, living a life, living a dynamic life with full range of motion, sensory, and motor, and no pain.